big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess, light walker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat Water Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 4th of September, Mars' transition into Cancer, a transit that will last until the 22nd of October 2024. Mars is fall in Cancer, where its typical assertive energy becomes more emotionally driven and internally focused. Your actions may be more influenced by your feelings, especially in matters concerning home and family. This period encourages you to focus on protecting and nurturing those that you care about, and watch out for passive-aggressive tendencies. Channel your energies into creating a secure and supportive environment, both emotionally and physically. While Mars in Cancer can make direct assertiveness more challenging, it also provides an opportunity to connect deeply with your emotional needs and motivations. On the 5th, the Moon in Venus meets Libra, where Venus is at home, enhancing the energy of harmony, beauty, and relationship dynamics. You'll likely feel a strong pull towards creating peace and balance in your interactions. This is an ideal time to focus on beautifying your surroundings, whether through art, design, or simply creating a pleasant atmosphere. Relationships are highlighted. Use this energy to resolve any outstanding conflicts with grace and diplomacy. Engage in social activities that bring joy and strengthen your bonds with loved ones. Enjoy this heightened sense of harmony and cooperation that comes with this transit, fostering positive and supportive relationships. On the 6th, Mercury forms a square with Uranus, creating tension as Mercury in Leo clashes with Uranus in Taurus, both of which are in challenging positions. Communication could be unpredictable, with the possibility of sudden disruptions or unexpected news shaking up your plans. Stay adaptable, as your usual routines may be disrupted by unforeseen events. This transit encourages innovative thinking. Be careful not to jump to conclusions or to act impulsively. Flexibility is key. Avoid making snap decisions, especially regarding financial matters or technical issues. Embrace creative solutions. Be sure your ideas are practical and grounded in reality. On the 7th, the Sun in Virgo faces off against Saturn in Pisces, creating tension between practicality and idealism. You may feel weighed down by responsibilities that conflict with your personal desires. This is a time to strike a balance between your obligations and your need for self-expression and self-growth. Saturn's influence might require you to take a more disciplined approach, even if it feels restrictive. Use this opposition to reassess long-term goals, ensuring that they are both realistic and in line with your current capabilities. Although this transit may present challenges, perseverance and methodical approach will help you overcome obstacles and reach your objectives. On the 8th, Phallus, the asteroid symbolizing wisdom, strategy, and creative intelligence, moves into Sagittarius, where it will remain until the 21st of November 2024. This transit inspires expansive thinking and a strong desire for knowledge and exploration. You may find yourself drawn to new learning opportunities or eager to expand your understanding of different cultures and philosophies. Phallus in Sagittarius supports strategic thinking, especially when it comes to long-term planning and visionary ideas. Use this period to explore new possibilities for growth, whether through travel, education, or personal development. Embrace the adventurous and optimistic spirit of Sagittarius, allowing it to guide your creative and wisdom in making meaningful decisions. On the 9th, Mercury transit Virgo, where it's exalted and will remain until the 29th of September 2024. With Mercury exalted in Virgo, your analytical and communication skills will be at their best. This is an excellent time to focus on tasks that require methodical attention to detail and precision. You may find that you're able to communicate more clearly with the emphasis on accuracy and thoroughness. Take advantage of this period to engage in problem solving, critical thinking, and improving efficiency in your daily routines. Enjoy the enhanced mental clarity and focus that Mercury in Virgo brings, as it supports careful planning and well-considered decisions. On the 10th, the moon in Sagittarius forms a challenging square with Saturn in Pisces, creating emotional tension and a sense of limitation. You might feel torn between your desires for freedom and the obligation that seems to constrain you. This transit can bring up feelings of frustration, particularly if you're feeling restricted by your responsibilities or circumstances. It's important to find balance between your need for exploration and the duties you must fulfill. Use this time to confront any emotional barriers that may be hindering your progress, working to overcome them with patience and persistence. Take a step back to reassess your goals, making sure they align with both your aspirations and the realities you face. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave! Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat Water Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. You have the energy of a 6, darling dears. Okay, the energy of the 4, It speaks about communication. So it's either writing letters, emails, phone calls, whatever, some form of communication coming towards you, or it's communication that you have to put out. It's most important to get to it, darling dears. It also speaks about someone or something coming into your life that's going to have a profound effect on your life. Remember, I told you that. You've also got the energy of the 2. It speaks about travel in any form, shape or form, darling. It is going to be fabulous, gorgeous and lovely for you. Your travel plans will be smoothly. We've also got the energy of the 2. It speaks about it being a period of good luck for you, darling. It is in the form of compliments, gifts, people helping you along the way. It also speaks about the travel could be for business, signing of a contract, whatever, darling dears. It's going to be fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. The energy of the 2-4, darling dears, you have to be careful of losing something along this journey, whether it's through theft or misplacement and never seeing it again. You've also got the energy of, with the energy of the 6, it also speaks about being very careful of whatever it is that you're going to lose, darling dears. It could be money from a loss of an investment, loss of an item, but it's about you being more aware of the things that you have, darling dears, making sure you keep track of them over the next 7 days. You've got the element of the snake eyes on top, darling dears. The energy of the 1 is about you evaluating everything, not making a major move until after the next new moon, which will be on the 3rd of September 2024. So it's telling you to analyze a major decision. Why? Because your life is about to make a major change, darling dears. Okay? A major change. The energy of the double 2. Lean in, bestie. Lean in. You're going to be meeting on someone that you haven't seen for some time. Possibly a reunion. Possibly in pronto, darling dears. Okay? We also have, listen, you've got the 6 on the side. You've got the 4 here. And the, oops. And the 2 over here. So we've got the energy of 6 on the tableau, darling dears. And it's about you being aware that you're not going to put other people's needs before your own. Okay? Okay. The energy of the 6, darling dears, according to the low shoe grid, it also speaks about helpful people being put on your path over the next few days. It speaks about you being more in tune with your spiritual or religious life. But definitely travel plans. Be prepared for travel plans, darling dears, because you're not going to be sitting on your laurels. The energy of the 6 is the northwestwardly direction, darling dears. Something coming from there, or you're going towards it. Your power color over the next few days will be grey and mauve. I don't like mauve. I like lilac and purple and yeah, but anyway, it is what it is, darling dears. Let's get your overall ancestral message. Thank you. The Oracle, darling dears. So this is about wait for important information. Didn't I just say wait until after the next new moon before making a major decision? It could also speak about you speaking to me. I am an oracle. It speaks about divination. Maybe you do some form of divination, darling dears. Okay, base of the deck. Yeah, this is possibly what's giving you new direction in your life. This card here also reminds me of the World card, darling dears. Why? Because of the elements around it, darling dears. We've got Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. Okay, this speaks about it being a fresh start for you. Some kind of cycle is ending. You're making the wise choices. And again, it speaks about your individualism. So you're putting yourself first in every situation, darling dears. Good golly and gosh. But this is definitely about a future plan, darling dears. Wait for the important information. Okay, something that you're not seeing. But today is what? The 2nd. Tomorrow is the 1st. The 3rd. Okay, so yeah, something is going to appear on your hemisphere, darling dears. Something that you're not quite seeing. Okay, let's press on. Let's press on. I'm going to get an outside oracle message. Message for my water signs. Oh, a distorted feminine, darling dears. Someone who's coming from the bottom of the pit, right? And we've also got temperance energy. So this is about you balancing out your finances, your money, and your time. Temperance energy also speaks about peace, darling dears. Something that can't be bought or bartered. I love it. I don't hate it. It speaks about you having some form of ancestral protection. Well, after all, they are your security. Call them at any time. Temperance energy is Sagittarius. Okay? Sagittarius is the 9th house. So it speaks about you possibly planning some kind of a long journey, possibly learning a new language, something to do with astrology, darling dears. Maybe you're learning your astrology, something that you're possibly posting on your media, something to do with maybe your in-laws. But it's definitely about your worldview, darling dears. Foreign people and foreign land. Maybe you're a foreign person in a foreign land, but whomsoever you're dealing with is distorted, darling dears. Yes. Go Polly and your gosh. Let's see what's on the base of the deck. We've got what? Yes. So a female energy that's not quite right, darling dears. Be on the alert. Okay, let's use a deck I haven't used in a while. Base of the deck, manifestation mode. The magician energy speaks about some form of short journey. Yeah, it also speaks about your siblings or something involving your community or something. Yeah, in your community, maybe you're doing something in your community or something within your community is going to be apparent to everyone. Remember, I told you that. The magician energy also speaks about some kind of loss. Not all losses are a loss, darling dears. Some of them are a necessary loss. It's about you continuing to be confident, darling dears. Something is coming towards you with a great speed, some form of communication. Listen, when it's your time, it's your time. It also speaks about the logic you've been utilizing. Somebody's also using writing. You're doing some kind of writing, making a speech. Okay, but you're definitely a quick thinker over the next 7 days. Okay. First question is, what is your relationships like over the next 7 days? Listen. Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. You're saying not on your Nelly, darling dears. Somebody's been thinking deeply about a situation where they've been abused in that situation. I know, darling dears. I know. It also speaks about somebody coming through wanting to make some form of apology, but your back is turned, darling dears. You're going to a more peaceful time. Temperance energy. Temperance energy also tells me that you, as a water sign, have a foot in both worlds. This speaks about your long-term vision, darling dears. Somebody wants to come and interrupt your peace. Okay? This is someone who was skullduggerous, a liar and a cheat, darling dears. Listen, the liar and the cheat are one in the same. Remember, I told you that. Yeah, this is you getting over some kind of a situation where your mind, darling dears, they try to warp your mind. You may even be leaving this situation with children. Energy of the Six of Swords is about you moving on in silencio. It also speaks about some certain situations as far as relationships are concerned. You're going no contact. No contact, darling dears. Okay. Definitely a physical separation from a situation. Also with the Six of Swords, you also have some kind of invitation coming towards you. King of Swords, darling dears. So I said swords, Freudian slip meant to come out. So it's telling me through King of Swords is about you moving in silence. It's about you keeping all your cards close to your chest. The Knight, I'm saying night now. What's going on with my speech? The King of Wands, darling dears, tells me that you are plan plotting and strategizing. It also tells me that you are a natural born leader. Yes, moving away from a deceptive false, darling dears. Could be this distorted feminine energy. Okay. King of Cups in reverse is a full-on narcissist, darling dears. Someone who's abusive, emotionally manipulative, definitely moving away from a situation, possibly around your relationship. This is about you tapping into your spirituality, darling dears, moving forward. Somebody's also going to be put in a position where they're going to be put in a position of leadership. Could be on a team, could be your own team, because this also speaks about you being an entrepreneur, darling dears. Someone who was blocking your vision, darling dears, with lots of lies and manipulation. So you're definitely moving on from a situation, darling dears. Yes, you was extremely vulnerable in this situation. The good, the golly, And the gosh, darling dears. And the gosh. Yeah, and didn't have any true boundaries in the situation, darling dears. It also speaks about stalling in a situation, but you're now quitting that situation. You're no one's fool. Yeah, someone took you for a fool, darling dears. Yes. King of, yeah, you invested a lot into this situation. This also speaks about you moving towards formal training. You're going to be doing some formal training, darling dears. Okay. Which is going to be bringing the bag to you going forward. So, yeah. Again, it's about your religion or your spirituality. It also speaks about someone going into a position where they're going to be advising others. Again, the biggest pentacali of them all, darling dears. Okay, so you're going to be getting a financial return on your week. But it's about you leaving situations behind. Somebody's looking back at what they've been through, darling dears, not realizing who they were in a situation. Okay, formal training could also be in a position of advisor. Look, new opportunities coming towards you, again pertaining to your Skrilla. Yeah, ending a situation. This is going to be the rebirth of you, darling dears, realizing a thing or two. Yeah, you don't see it, you don't see them in your future, darling dears. 3 of Wands. Somebody's definitely leaving a situation, a relationship where they put a lot of effort into a situation that was never stable, darling dears, and it was not of God. God didn't give you this situation. He didn't. But this is you utilizing your spiritual energy to overcome a situation. Somebody's also going into formal training, higher education, darling dears. It also speaks about a ceremony. Somebody's going to be receiving some kind of certificate in a ceremony. This is going to be able to further whatever it is you've got going on. But it's definitely leaving a relationship, darling dears. A relationship where there was joint finances. Yeah, no longer joining your finance. You're unjoining your finances, darling dears. Oh gosh. Okay. Dare I ask about the relationships? I dare. Moving on from a circumstance, darling dears. About your relationships. Yeah, being more victorious, darling dears. Having ended something. It also speaks about it's a raising your status. Base of the deck. So you gave too much in a situation as far as friends are concerned, or someone you saw. Yeah, that situation is over. You're leaving a lot of things behind, darling dears. Yeah, but it's a new beginning for you as the world turns. This is the fresh start. It also speaks about people watching you, spying. Pentacles is your mental health, darling dears. You left the situation because of your mental health. Good golly and the gosh. Yeah, but you're now going to be making the right choices, waiting for the right partner, friendships to come towards you. Gave too much in a situation. Now you've got nothing left to give the public. No longer invested. It also speaks about it could have been a sexual relationship, darling dears, where you was dealing with someone who is an effing skin-peeling liar. This person didn't listen. They wouldn't know the truth of it. Smack them across their face, darling dears. It also speaks about you're leaving someone who's in bitterness behind, darling dears. Yeah, this person comes with conflict and confusion. Yeah, their arguments always put you in competition with others. And if this is a mother, this is no one's mother. Again, the distorted feminine energy. That's no one's mother. That baby, if they got a baby, had to hit the ground running, darling dears. Yes, Emperor energy. It could also represent this is what you was like being in that situation. Pick the side that you're on, darling dears. It wasn't the right situation for you. That's why it's ended. Yeah, someone from the past also wants to come back and speak to you again. Yeah, they're realizing what they're losing. They're realizing that you was the balance in the situation. The good, the golly, and gosh. Temperance from 2 different decks. Yeah, but you see it all from a different perspective, darling dears. Putting yourself first. Neptune energy, the hangman. In the upright, I might add. Yes, you're seeing situations from a different perspective. But it's also about you're learning to be selfish in a situation, putting yourself first. It also speaks about you realizing that you was dealing with traitors. Yeah, leaving these situations behind. Someone's very bitter about being left at the post. That's their business, blood. You got to think of yourself first. Maybe you're gonna get a reading. Whatever, darling dears. Whatever. Do what you need to get up from under whatever you've been under. What about your finances? We already saw the page of, the page of Pentacles. Oh, again, Knight of Cups. Somebody's got the nostalgia. Somebody that sees you as a missed opportunity. Someone who was fugazi, right? You're about to balance out your money, your time and your money, darling dears. Yeah, leaving this negative situation behind. This was never a frenemy, darling dears. This is fakeazoid energy. Yeah, they're about to see you as a missed opportunity. Four of Cups in the upright, darling dears. Leave them in their disillusionment. This speaks about a difficult relationship that created a lot of regrets in your life. Okay, definitely withdrawing from that situation. Yeah, leave this depressing person behind. We're trying to talk about your money. It says that your money is going to balance out once you move on, darling dears, and find that healing from within. Yeah, you're gonna get over this situation. The Knight of Pentacles talks about it. It's not going to take you that long to get over the situation, right? But this is a new beginning. The 8th house is also the house of, it's the death house, but it's the 8th house about your money, your finances. It speaks about new money is coming towards you. Could be in the form of a new employment, darling dears. Things being paid towards you, okay? Somebody's also leaving a situation where they're close to their retirement, darling dears. Things are going to work out in your favor. High Priestess, go within, darling dears. You already know the answers. Yeah, you don't want fugazi options. You're going to make the right choices. Again, Gemini energy, making the right contracts, darling dears. Things are going to work out for you, darling dears, but it's about putting down a situation that can't come with you. Let's get a final card. It's a lot of cards. Yeah, it's bittersweet, but what? Look, rejection is God's protection, darling dears. Divine is giving you 2 windows, and only one is the right one, darling dears. Yes, it's bittersweet, but oh well. Oh well. Remember Lot's wife, darling dears, getting you enlightenment in the situation. Yeah, it's bittersweet. You may even have had birthdays with this person, darling dears, but you have to put yourself first. This is knowing your self-worth, darling dears, knowing that you can be abundant all on your own. Again, the Venus energy. Venus is about Skrilla.com. It speaks about beauty. It could be to do with the arts, darling dears, but definitely with your creativities, utilizing them to move forward. And this is the justice you're going to be getting over the next 7 days. Good justice in your favor. And again, it points to the open enemies that was around you. On that note, I drops me mic. So I'd love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.